it's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and thank you for joining me today. Before we start today's reading, I would like you all to set an intention. Set the intention to get out of this message whatever it is that you need to receive at this time. I am going to be pulling some cards from my Angel Answers deck, and I want you to think of a question that you really just have a burning inside of you that you would like an answer to. So think of that. Join me in today's reading, and I look forward to seeing you. Thanks. Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. How did it feel to finally see my face? Was that interesting for you? So what I said in that message was to set the intention to have some burning question on your mind. Think of it so that we're going to get an answer today with the Angel Answers deck. So we're going to jump in today with something that is at the forefront. Okay, whatever this is that's at the forefront, I am going to show you something that came up when I was shuffling. The first one I got was don't stop. So whatever is on your mind that you're in the process of doing, I got don't stop and perfect timing. Okay, so I will get to your answer at the end. Hopefully we can get either a yes or a no or a timing type of situation, but those were what came up while I was shuffling. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If any of you have been questioning to take a next step towards something, or you were wondering if you should give up, the answer is no. Now is the perfect time. Don't stop. All right, we're going to use that to propel us into today's reading. So I hope that sounds wonderful to all of you. Thank you again so much for joining me. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And if you've been here for a while, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of you. All right, Spirit, please guide me on some message that wants to come through for the collective. Thank you very much. All right, so we have a woman holding a coin. We have door to spirit and anxiety. Bottom of the deck is the temple path. So we're going to dig deeper into these here, but we basically have the Queen of Pentacles here. Someone who has their money all straightened out or has at least something to fall back on. There's a black cat in the picture. She might not be very emotional. She has money, so she's very earthly, but might not be very nurturing. So we'll see where that takes us. We have door to spirit. So there is some path that you are probably looking at this time, and you are wondering if it is some path that you should be taking. So again, with the don't stop and perfect timing, I'm getting that this door that you're pondering is the correct door. Now, let me rephrase that, because there are no incorrect doors, right? There are some doors that lead us to some places and some that lead us to better places, right? So with the temple path also being here at the bottom, this is the underlying energy. So there is something that you are already feeling the nudge to move towards, okay? You might even be having some sort of anxiety around making the decision, but we're going to tap into this a little deeper. But there's definitely this strong pull here to go towards something, and you got the angel confirmation that was telling you that now is a good time, it's the perfect timing, and don't stop, keep going. All right, so let's jump right into today's message. Thank you for being here again. Tell me more about this woman holding a coin. What can you tell me about that situation, please? Thank you, the Fool. All right. So what I'm getting here with this, the Star, with the Fool and the woman holding a coin. So you can see that she's sitting pretty on her big giant chair, this cushy lifestyle, and then the Fool comes out with a Star card. This could be you, collective, trying to make this decision to do this other thing. Maybe you've had a job and a lifestyle where you've had enough money. You've been able to support yourself. You've been able to have this life of luxury. You've built it for yourself. And one of the things that you're contemplating is, should I move on to something else? You're kind of looking out at the stars going, is there some other path that I need to pursue? I'm getting that you've gotten the wealth, right? You've pursued the material things that society has told you that you need to be pursuing, but it didn't suffice for you. There was something within whatever you acquired here that didn't fulfill your soul. So now you're looking at something on a deeper level and wondering if there's some other path out there. Maybe you're tapping into a more spiritual aspect of yourself. Maybe you're being connected with other more spiritual individuals and it's making you question something. Right? I'm getting somebody who's just always had like a good paying job and has always been able to support themselves, always been able to get the things they need and maybe want in their life, but it wasn't fulfilling. There was something missing in this lifestyle. What was it? The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Okay. Some of you felt like you had to stay in this lifestyle because it's what society told you was the dream, right? The American dream. That's what I always hear. So you pursued this lifestyle. You got everything you could ever want. You made it. But then something changed. There was something that occurred in your life that made you wonder what else is out there. And you're now trying to either in the process of pivoting, and it reminded me of that Friends episode where they're trying to do the couch around the stairs and you just hear Ross screaming, pivot, pivot. Anyways, that's what you're wondering at this point. You've done this part. I'm not going to say it didn't work out for you, but something didn't give you what you needed to fulfill your soul. Okay? Maybe the job you had was working for somebody else. And you dreaded going to work every day. While sure, it was enough money to pay the bills, to do your own thing, something in it wasn't fulfilling, right? So you showed up over and over and over and over and over again, and you're deep down going, what am I doing all of this for? You may have even felt trapped. Maybe you signed some sort of legal obligation to have to do this. Maybe you are a part owner of a business and you're like, how do I get out of this business? I no longer wish to be a part of this. Maybe there's a contract involved where you signed like a 2-year contract and you're 6 months in and you're like, I am done here. I need to get out of this contract. So whatever it is that's making you feel trapped in this situation, just know that because the Eight of Swords is here, it's letting you know that it is a mental prison, okay? There's always a way out and a way to change your atmosphere, okay? You're not stuck. So the Eight of Swords is here to just remind you of that, to make you just remember that about yourself, okay? You are this star. You have every ability to start over. Every day you wake up, you can definitely say, yep, I'm going to choose this new path. And that's what I'm going to do now every day until whenever, So, but you have to make that choice. You are not trapped. Even if you feel trapped, it's like a trap of the mind, okay? So in this card, you can actually see that there's an individual with these 8 swords around them. And they have loose bindings, and there's plenty of openings for them to escape out of this, so-called prison. So whatever's going on in your world right now, you either mentally feel trapped because you've been led to believe that you can't get out of something. Okay, again, that binding contract or obligation. Maybe you're working for your sister or your brother or your aunt or your uncle and you don't want to disappoint them, okay? So you feel obligated to stay. Whatever the reasoning is, it's up to you every day to make a new decision. And I'm getting very strongly here that Spirit's been trying to call your attention to some new doorway that's opened, right? We now have this door to Spirit. It's this golden door. And you've been getting signs and synchronicities to move towards this. So Spirit really does want you to see this door and to give you this opportunity, because it's not just fool's gold, right? I'm getting that with this. This was like a promise of some lavish lifestyle, and you're like, okay, yeah, I got it, and I wasn't really thrilled with it. So it felt like fool's gold, or like a fool's mission. So with the 10 of Pentacles being here, this is ultimate fulfillment. It is happiness in your life. It is happiness with fulfilling material things, always having enough, but actually being secure, and to build a family legacy for those who come behind you to also enjoy. All right. And I'm getting to that they're showing you this door because you've been chosen to walk through this door. Not everybody gets this option. Okay. Some people are perfectly happy over here, just being stuck, feeling trapped, like they don't ever want to change anything. So they'll just stay in this energy. But you're different. You came here for a reason. So Spirit's trying to show you this alternate pathway, right? The path to Spirit, the temple path, the door to Spirit. So let's see what else we can get out of this. The World. All right. Yep. I'm getting that the energy around this has expired. So maybe there was some kind of contract, right? And maybe you thought that you had more time, that you had to stay there longer, but I'm getting that it has expired. And it was more a karmic contract that you had to finish out. Okay? So even if there's some legal binding contract in place for this position or this job or whatever this is over here, Spirit is telling you that you don't have to be there anymore. There is a way to get out of it. Okay? So you're going to have to go take that leap of faith and to trust the next steps of your journey to figure out if this is something that you can technically get out of and to start over. We have literally the end of the path here and the beginning of the path. So Spirit says you've already completed whatever you needed to complete in this situation over here. It's over with. You're now allowed to leave and take this fresh start. And here's the door to go through it. What else do we have for this pile, please? Thank you. The 10 of Swords. Yes, another ending card. You have literally, I'm getting like expired your energy as much as you could in this situation. You have nothing else to give over here. So whatever it was that you thought you were giving or even taking from, there's nothing left. You have 2 cards that say it's over. You have successfully learned the lessons of whatever this was, and it has taken from you all it's going to take from you. It can't, like this is rock bottom. It cannot possibly take anything else from you. That is the end of the line. You've reached a brick wall. So maybe that's how Spirit's going to redirect you to show you this new door. It's like, oh, I feel trapped over here. I feel stuck. But Spirit's showing you a literal brick wall and going, you cannot go any further. It's either be dead, stuck, stagnant forever, or come through this beautiful door over here that I am showing you because it's legit. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Yes, this is going to lead to your ultimate fulfillment and satisfaction, the thing that you were not getting over here. So whatever it was that you were building your entire life didn't fulfill you. But you're about to be redirected into something that will. And there's no way around that, okay? You're about to embark on some new journey, some new path, and it's going to be very satisfying to you. And you can't go any further on this other path. So it's like this is the end of the line. You've hit this dead-end brick wall. Spirit's letting you know that that's it. Like it's reminding me of like a train, right? You go down and it tells you what stop you're at. You've hit all the stops. You're now at the end of the line and the train's about to shut the lights off and kick everybody out. You cannot stay here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So now you enter this kind of blank space, this void, until you make the decision to take this leap of faith. And maybe being in the void is not such a bad thing, but guess what? You're going to be doing some inner work in that period, some shadow work, facing some things. And again, maybe this gives you anxiety, but it's something that needs to happen in order to pick yourself back up after whatever happened over here. All right, let's keep going. What else do we have over here for this anxiety card? Thank you, the Emperor. Yes, you are going to rise from the ashes like a phoenix as this major player in your own life. It feels over here that you are very much dealing with letting other people kind of usher you in different directions, like telling you where to go. Take that door. Yeah, that's a good door. Come this way. Yep, that's a good door. Hey, I have this job opportunity for you. It's a lot of money. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. You haven't ever had the chance or the opportunity or felt that you could to do it for yourself. And you're finally like, guess what? I am the authority of my life. I get to pick myself up after doing all of this, and I am gonna move forward. All right, what else do we have? That is very masculine energy. The King of Pentacles. Yes. So, King of Pentacles, again, masculine energy, is basic. Wow. All right, bottom of the deck here we have the Empress. So, King of Pentacles is masculine energy, so is the Emperor. But this is like you standing up for yourself now and saying, I'm going to make the choice. I'm going to choose the door I want to go through because I see its value. And I'm not going to let other people dictate this to me. If they have in the past, I'm not going to let them do it anymore because I saw where it got me. Sure, I made money, and sure, I was able to keep myself afloat, happy, going on vacations maybe. I was well fed, whatever the situation was. But underlying, it always felt like something was missing. So you had to make the choice to take that leap. Take the jump off the cliff. Literally, no. Verbally, I can't say that word. Okay, anyways, the cliff where the fool jumps off and, Spirit's got his hand, or its hand, her hand, whatever we want to refer. To me, it's an omnipresent energy. It's not a him or a her. That catches you. The hand catches you at the bottom, right? It's the fear that you have with this anxiety is the what if I fall? And Spirit's got this bird here saying, but what if you fly? You have prepared so much for this. You've done the work. We're going to help you along the way. I'm going to leave this Empress out. Because now what we're doing with ourselves is we are balancing this masculine and feminine energy, and we're being able to move forward in a balanced manner. Okay? We now have the know-how of how to accumulate wealth and material things in our life, but now we're going to use that knowledge to move forward and do something spiritual with it as well. And again, this might be directing you towards your life purpose. What I'm also getting with this anxiety card is it could potentially be you helping other people who have anxiety. You could be being the example to someone else out there who is too afraid to leave this behind. Okay? There are a lot of people still asleep out there, still just stuck in the matrix. You woke up, you came out of it, you did something different, and people are just like in awe of you for doing that. Like, how? I was always told that I was stuck here, that I had to do this in order to be happy, in order to have this life that I wanted. How did you do this? And people are going to start to see you as the example moving forward. And they're going to be like, okay, I can get out of these swords. These bindings aren't that tight. I thought they were totally just restrictive, right? And look, there's an opening right there in the swords. I can just walk right out myself. It's a mental prison. So once you exit and you find your truth and you move forward with it, you are actually inspiring many, many others to do the same. All right, let's keep going. Let's get some Cosmic Oracle. And then we will get those angel answers for you all. Tell me more about this situation, please. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. Okay, so this is definitely for those of you who feel that you have this anxiety to be able to leave something, okay? I'm getting even that maybe you have gotten threatened. So whatever it is that you're afraid to leave behind, these swords and this binding is like a false reality. Empty threats is what I'm hearing. So you are resilient. Some of you might be thinking, again, what happens if I do jump off this cliff and there's, rock bottom? Well, yeah, here's rock bottom. Sometimes it takes you to hit that point to be able to start at zero again and rebuild something that's worthy. What else do we have here? Look around and find some signs the universe is speaking to you. All right, yep. So this door, it might not be a literal gold door that's shiny and new looking and you're like, ooh, yeah, I recognize that's the door I gotta go through. You might have to go through some fool's gold doors first to be able to find this true golden door. That's what I'm getting. Like, you're gonna be tempted to go through something that might look shiny, and I just did a reading about that not too long ago. It was not all that glitters is gold. Check it out. We have find ways to lighten up and to not take everything so seriously. I love that this is an astronaut. I've used this deck many times and I don't know that I've ever gotten this particular card. So, lighten up. Don't take everything so seriously. And that's probably why you're stuck in your mental prison here with the anxiety and, feeling trapped. All right, what else do we have? Stay present. That's where life happens. Yep. So the hardest thing that is to break out of is this mental prison. If we let our thoughts rule our life, then it can definitely control us, our emotions as well. So we're being called to feel them, allow them to pass through us, but then release them. Don't let fear hold you back from this beautiful opening that's in front of you, okay? Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. I just said that. I love when this happens. It cracks me up. I'm literally laughing out loud. LOL. You could use some self-care time like now. Schedule it in. Okay, so for some of you, it's time to do that, okay? Maybe you do it before you take this leap because it feels like you're going to be awfully busy after you take this leap. So there's something that you need to do for your self-care, whatever it is. Take a walk in nature, take an Epsom salt bath, get a pedicure, get a manicure, I don't know, whatever floats your boat, man or lady. Go do the thing that thrills you, that, fills you up inside, that makes you, it fills your cup, right? How do you fill your own cup? Bottom of the deck, we have be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. So true, right? And I'm getting that that's why this lifestyle over here was so difficult, was because it felt like you could not be your true self. All right, so we're gonna put these two, the don't stop and the perfect timing. So now's the time to think of your burning question. We're gonna see if we can get some angel answers for you. All right, be assertive. I got within the next few weeks. So something's going to happen here in the next few weeks. That one. It's up to you. Okay, yep, you're the only one You're the emperor or the empress of your life. Only you can make the choice to jump off that cliff and to do the thing you need to do. It's only you. Abundance, there it is. You will be rewarded. So for some of you who feel that you're going to leave something behind and you're afraid you're not going to get it back, you're going to be rewarded for going down this path, right? I see no need to worry here. Spirit's telling you that there's big happy changes on the horizon. So around timing, we got in the next few weeks, and everything is up to you. Perfect timing. Don't stop. Big happy changes. Be assertive. That's where I'm getting with this Emperor card, right? No need to worry. Abundance, and then within the next few weeks. So I hope that answers your question, and I thank you all so much for joining me on this reading today. Thank you for showing up over and over again. I appreciate your time and energy exchange. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Make sure you go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.